Hello, YouTube. It's BTM here, bring you guys back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel. And we're talking about Kaspa again today. There is some sentiment about Kaspa not being Kaspa. So I just wanted to check to see what the pulse is. And there's actually a lot of new developments for Kaspa. So before we get into that, I'm going to give you guys some time to come into the channel. So I'm going to, I guess, start with this video, give us some time to get the Kaspa Army and Kaspa lined up into the group, and then we'll get into the actual new information. One of the things is Kaspa Whale started swapping some Cas for Pyron. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Pyron. So let me know in the comments if you guys seen this or are current about this Pyron situation. But I did see this video with who is this? I did see this video with what is this guy's name? Jay Educate. So let's play this for a couple minutes while people are coming, and then we'll click to the discussion from Dr. Hasenbach about Kaspa teaming up with Ethereum for smart contracts. So let's click to the video. I'm tripping.
And this power law supposedly can predict Kaspa and Bitcoin's price. And I know we don't talk about price here on this channel, but what's significant about this is that this power law, which is based on math, only applies to Kaspa and Bitcoin in the entire crypto space. So to begin, let's get into this article that explains this about Kaspa. This article is titled Bitcoin and Kaspa, Not Your Regular Crypto, and it was written by someone called Chancellor. Disclaimer: to start, nothing in this article is financial advice. This should be obvious. Any price predictions are never financial advice. These are not guaranteed at all. And we're going to get into why even this power law is something that is not guaranteed at all. But to begin, what is a power law? A power law is simply a mathematical function that maps input values X on the horizontal axis in figure 1 to output values Y on the vertical axis in figure 1. And then it applies more of these equations here, which I haven't done math in a very long time, especially this math. And I don't want to get too deep into that, but this is dealing with logs, and logs are exponential lines. Exponential lines look like this, and these figures here pretty much show these exponential lines. So basically, this power law grabs a specific mathematical equation that creates an exponential line. And this exponential line predicts where the price should be at different times in certain years. So let's talk about the problem with log linear graphs. Nonetheless, in the case of the Bitcoin price, having time.
So I don't know if you guys are following this, but he's talking about the logs for power law, and he's comparing. I guess this is Kaspa and Bitcoin. For some reason, only Kaspa and Bitcoin fall within the, I guess, power laws for these two cryptos out of all the cryptos in the ecosystem. So let's get back to him and see what he's talking about.
Time on a logarithmic scale feels unnatural since time seems to progress linearly to us, which is probably one of the reasons that the log linear rainbow chart became popular.
Meet Kara. She's a mother of 3 who uses our AI to pass prop firm challenges in the.
So if you don't know what that's talking about, Bitcoin has this rainbow chart here that is predicting the tops and the bottoms. And usually whenever it's in this blue color, that means you're pretty much in the accumulation zone. And
yeah, sorry about that commercial. I don't know what happened there, but he's talking about the accumulation zones in the rainbow.
And anytime it's in this red color, then that means you're pretty much close to the top. This is built because the power law is just never really accurate. And sometimes people shift it to make it seem like it's accurate. But if you stick to these exponential lines here, you could pretty much predict where Bitcoin is going to be in certain different time frames. You can also see here that it says whenever new price data comes out, the model can be adapted to it. And it will be difficult to detect as long as only the graph is shown and not the underlying formula. Consequently, the creator can claim a valid model indefinitely. In contrast, while a straight line on a log-log graph can be easily adjusted in terms of slope and intercept, once the data no longer follows a power law, it is no longer a straight line, and the model breaks. So now let's take a look at the Bitcoin power law. And it says figure 3 shows the Bitcoin price together with its lower and upper trend lines on a linear long log graph. The legend shows the power law functions that define the lower and upper trend lines, with X replaced by the year 2009 for ease of use, 2009 being the year where Bitcoin was created. And then what they do is just apply that year into the formula to form this exponential line based on logs. It says that Bitcoin's price should be between 27K and 223,000. Obviously, this is not going to give you an accurate, perfect price prediction. It's just going to be ranges that it should be in. Whenever the price hits the lower trend line, which it does a lot, meaning this blue color down here, it seems there are no more sellers left, and the remaining holders are all long-term holders or so-called diamond hands haulers. This is why the lower trend line can be seen as the true adoption trend line. Whenever the price gets close to the upper trend line, which it only does at the peaks of the 4-year halving cycle.
So let me know if you guys can see this, because on my end it's kind of blurry, so I don't know. But I'm just listening along because he mentioned that Bitcoin is between 27K and 223K, which is definitely within the realm of possibility, especially with people coming back to Bitcoin being 100,000 or 150,000. So let's continue the video and see what he has to say.
There are no more buyer speculators left, and there's only one direction left for the price to go. Interestingly, the upper and lower trend lines converge. And if you put the formulas in Google, you can see here that this is how the exponential lines look, where you have the top and the bottom lines, and eventually they go together. When these two lines eventually cross over, it says here, it can show us that these trend lines intersect around July 2138. And that is very close to the year 2140, at which the last Bitcoin is mined and Bitcoin supply inflation becomes truly.
Okay, we're going to pause this for a second. Looks like Israel Brother said he's studying right now, but let everyone know not to use the Caspian wallet. The pin won't work when you go to move your Kaspa. So shout out to Israel Brother and the heads up about trying to move Kaspa. And I suspect just in general, there's probably some more than just the Caspian wallet that's kind of stuck right now, because there's some weird things that happen when the price goes down. Let's see. I won't say what I think it is. I'll let everyone use their imagination. And yeah, I'm telling you, every time something gets weird with the price, there's always something that happens. I don't want to say it's manipulation or it's adjustments, but there's always some, let's see, um, other factors that keep you from being able to withdraw, sell, or move Caspa. But on that note, we do have some interesting developments we'll talk about later. So let's finish this video first while people are coming to the live.
Zero. Is that a coincidence? Before we try to answer that, let's look at Kaspa first. So now he's going to get into Kaspa. I'm going to read this because he gives a very just quick general breakdown of Kaspa, and then he'll go into Kaspa's power law. So he says, as far as I know, Kaspa is the only other crypto whose price follows a power law. Kaspa is very similar to Bitcoin, with proof of work, fair launch, and end of 2021. But its unique selling point is a transaction speed limit, which ultimately will be approximately 3 orders of magnitude higher, which is achieved by not using a blockchain like Bitcoin does, but by using a block DAG. The paper Phantom Ghost DAG, a scalable generalization of Nkomo consensus, explains the main ideas behind Kaspas and is worth a read if you're a bit technically oriented. Interestingly, as the title already suggests, Kaspa is a generalization of Bitcoin. It introduces a concept called the maximum K cluster that is used to mark a set of well-connected blocks in the graph, for which the size of the anticone of each of those blocks outside of the history and future of those blocks, is probably limited to K.
Well, I'm a paid actor, and this isn't a real company. There's no way to fake how fast you can hire on Upwork. With Upwork, you can post a job, get proposals, and hire.
I don't know why there's
When
so
pay
many
is set to
commercials
zero,
today.
Kaspa
It's
block tag
crazy.
collapses to Bitcoin's blockchain, where no parallel blocks are allowed and therefore can only be operated securely on the assumption of slow block creation, only 1 block per 10 minutes instead of 1 and soon 10 blocks per second for Kaspa. To keep node storage requirements low, the trade-off is that transaction history is kept only for 3 days for regular nodes instead of up till the Genesis block like Bitcoin does, while only keeping the full ESO database next to it. While not needed for proper operation, for the sake of traceability and proof of fairness, there is a collection of archival nodes that keep the full block tag and transaction history till Genesis. Kaspa is an ancient Aramaic word for silver, which is how it's meant to be used. It's not as a direct competitor to Bitcoin, synonymous with a digital store value, but as a means of exchange like silver was in the past. And I love the fact that he mentions here that it's not to be a direct competitor to Bitcoin, because it's not. Kaspa is meant to be used, and Bitcoin is more encouraged to just be handled forever. So now let's get into the Kaspa power law. Figure 4 shows the Kaspa price with its power law trend lines on a linear log graph similar to figure 3 for Bitcoin. Usually altcoins move in tandem with Bitcoin. And since Bitcoin has been in a bear market for the past 2 years or so, it's quite surprising that Kaspa has been making these huge gains. Yeah, and if you don't already know, if you've been a Kaspa holder for the last 2 years, Kaspa has completely defied the bear market, and it never experienced a bear market. It was just in its bull run since its inception. Figure 5 shows that according to the trend lines, Kaspa's price will reach $1 halfway through 2026, earliest, and end of 2027 latest, and it will reach $10 in 2034 earliest, and 2034 earliest, and 2036 at the latest. At the time of writing, one Kaspa trades at 10 cents. No.
Okay, wait a minute. Did he say Kaspa will be? Where is that? It's kind of hard to read this, actually. Thought he said something about it being around $10 by 2026. If you guys hear that, but he is right about the Aramaic word for Kaspa is the Aramaic word for silver. So it was meant to be the silver to the Bitcoin digital gold, right? And we're going to talk about that later, about the actual process of joining with Ethereum, and something's up with Pyron. So let's finish this video. We'll get to that. As people start showing up, let me know where you guys are from in the chat, and let's get the chat cranking.
Note that Kaspa ultimately will have a supply of 28.7 billion coins, of which 78% have already been mined. So multiplying its price by 1,000 gives a rough estimate of where it is in its price development compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was priced at $100 halfway through 2013. Kaspa trend lines also converge. And he's talking about here the formula where you have the top and the bottom exponential lines, and they eventually converge. Interestingly enough, they converge at the very year, very close to where Kaspa's block reward goes to zero, basically where no more new inflation is coming in. And that would mean that there's just going to be a supply crunch because there's not going to be any more left to mine. So that probably means that Kaspa's price would skyrocket if we ever do get to that point. But he says here it can show us that Kaspa's trend lines intersect around April 2059. Again, that is very close to the moment the last Kaspa's is mined, which is around October 2057, as can be seen when looking at the emission schedule. So I want to read these last 2 points he has here. And this paragraph is called Use as a Real Currency. He says Bitcoin itself is less of a threat to governments than Kaspa in the long run, because Bitcoin will never be used as a currency itself due to its limit on transaction speed, max 7 transactions per second. And people that are going to say, hey, the Lightning Network, well, he deflects that point right here. He says that's why Bitcoin needs second layer scaling solutions like the Lightning Network. But even Lightning has its limitations. Thank you.
About the limitations of the Lightning Network, and Kaspa's meant for actual P2P transaction processing. So with the P2P and the speed of Kaspa, plus the Rust upgrade to switch it to 10 BPS, Kaspa would be a better candidate for ongoing P2P transactions, or to replace government transactions, right? Or to replace banks. So that might be what's kind of flooding Kaspa. We'll look at the Hash rate is 170 petahash. Percent mined is 79.99. So I guess we're actually going to push to 80% mined some point soon. We've been in 79 for a while now. TPS is 1.4, BPS is 1.4. Next reduction, 26 days down to 117 CAS. Currently, CAS is 14.6 cents, down 2.4% at 3.3 billion market cap, and the volume is 85 million. So looks like there's definitely some slowing down going on with Kaspa, and maybe the percent mined switches to 80 will push the price up a little bit, but continue to hold and diamond hand Kaspa, guys. Don't give up, right? There's a lot of people that was click to these articles. So don't forget to follow the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page for news updates. So this is Pyron enthusiasts. The Kaspa whales are swapping some calves, and the Pyron is very interesting. So I was trying to see if there is any article or something. Pyron ready for massive breakout. Accumulation is high. Kaspa dip equals Pyron pump. So I don't know if you guys have been looking at Pyron. I have not been, but let's check it out real quick. Let's see. So Pyron is actually up 5%, 14% in the last 24 hours, 34% in the last 7 days, 30 in the last 30 days. And we'll go to the 7-day chart, 24-hour chart. So just like there is some movement in Pyron, Kaspa. People need to look forward. Big events in August and September where Kaspa will be sponsoring, hopefully performing talks at AFT and Science of Blockchain Conference. Yeah, people do need to look forward, right? There's a lot of interesting things going on. More Pyron added to the portfolio. BlockDAG, Kaspa, the start of Pyron's 100x journey was given 3 days ago. I won't believe what Pyron will do in altcoin season. So I'm trying to see if there's any actual information about what's going on with Pyron and why people would dump Kaspa to get into Pyron. So if you guys know anything that's going on there, go ahead and put it in the chat so we can check it out. How is this possible? Who you know, not what you know. I made a million with my Kaspa trade alone. How is that possible? Well, I'm good at finding gems early. I know how to turn a small amount of money into a big amount. And the 2021 bull run did the same thing. I sold poly and sold before it exploded when I knew to buy and when to sell. Sounds like a sales promo, whatever this guy's talking about. Keep it moving. Captain Stats, Kaspa on 10 BPS is 1/846,000 of the network to hash to find 1 block per day. The same share of Bitcoin network is 16.4 years, which leads to solo mining, less pool mining, less redundant, and improved central decentralization. So 1 BPS, 1 block, 600 days, 1.5 years. Bitcoin, 6,000 days, 16.4. Kaspa, 10 BPS is 1 day. Sorry. 1 BPS is 1 day. 10 BPS 1 day. Kaspa, where Bitcoin would be 6,000 days, 16.4 years. 16 BPS 1 day. Kaspa, Bitcoin would be 9,600 days, 23 years. 32 BPS 1 day in Kaspa be 19,000 200 days, 52.6 years. Wow. Readout. At Kaspa's 1 BPS, you need 84,400 of the hash rate, the network hash rate to find one block. If you have the same share of network hash power in Bitcoin, it would take you 600 days to find one block. And if Kaspa had 10 BPS, which is 864,000 of the network hash to find one block a day, Bitcoin equivalent would then be 16.4 years. Wow, that's pretty interesting. So moving forward, the reason BPS and TPS are so critical for centralization is that they decrease the entry barrier for mining, both solo and pooled, but each does a different way. Another reason why we touch on the high TPS increases affordability in order to well define what. An entry barrier will need to set up a concrete goal. A reasonable matrix would be a fraction of the global hash rate required. So we'd expect to cash in on mining at least once a month. The calculations are simple. There are a block every second and then. So this is kind of going. I don't want to go all the way down that rabbit hole. I'm going to get to what we're talking about. So this is Kaspa's executing contracts on the Ethereum coming soon. So this is the actual meat of what we're talking about today. This is Dr. Martin Haselbach. Today, with members of the Ethereum, Milan University, and Harvard professors, we started exploration for Kaspa as an Ethereum rollup in the Vitalik Buterin in-game vision, as well as the functionality of Kas integrated in ICP CK Kaspa. Call for papers will be out next week, I hope. We will be planning the first ever Kaspa conference. We'll set up channels for that soon. This is exploratory academic research from third parties. So basically, they're saying Kaspa could be used in Ethereum. So this guy's saying it's a game changer. This is Jim Skibum. And what country are planning a conference? Not for ETH. Yeah, I don't like ETH either. Wow, ETH and Kaspa. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think we should use Kaspa ETH for the smart contracts? I personally think that the ETH price is kind of high, right? The fees and that information would be kind of ridiculously priced, even with Kaspa with the low fees. I'm not sure if that would work out well. But this is also how high does bull run without a T? How high this bull run without? How high this bull run without a T1 exchange? But if it doesn't happen before or during the bull run, what do you see Kaspa plateauing at? So let me know what you guys think about that as well. How high do you think Kaspa will go if there isn't a tier 1 listing? So we're going to go through the Reddit posting real quick and see what's going on there. Sorry, I had to take a sip. Okay. If it takes off, this is our friend Rabbit Miner. So if it takes off and a large amount of trading volume, shout out to Kaspa King. Remember Kaspa. And let's get back to the money, guys. And Kaspa is the Army, better yet the Navy, including the Air Force. And at some point, if Elon can get us to space, the Space Force. Shout out to Elon and the Space Force and the Kaspa development team. It is huge already. It's up over 1,000 on the year, and it was top 26 coins at one point. It's pretty major for not being on a tier 1 exchange. It feels like one of the tier one should have listed advantage of priority or popularity already before the other ones do, but none of them are hopping on. Give them some time. We've seen a same volume example of being the run up from previous all-time highs. It takes a lot more time to add a coin with a unique architecture versus a coin on Solana or Ethereum. Take Cardano, for example, it hit $28 last bull run. I would say up to 1 before tier 1 listing, 3 to 5 when Coinbase and Binance gets on board. The longer it takes, the better. Even more eyes gives the time for the project to develop. We can become whales and sharks at these prices of less than 20 cents. I'm bullish. So yeah, it's coming down for us to pick it up. So let me know what you guys think about that. And let me see. Yeah, swap to trader view real quick. And it looks like they are still battling. RSI is flat. We're losing some volume. We did have a MACD cross, but the RSI is not going up, which is the relative strength index. And it looks like Kaspa is still hanging around that 14-cent mark, right? So guys are panicking and wilding out, but it's still holding around 14. So it didn't crash and it's not going down, right? It's still holding within this 14 cent, 15-cent range. So it's not quite on the downtrend as people are saying, or it's not falling out the bottom, guys. It's still hanging around. Yeah, there's 14 cents. I think it broke 14 cents and now it's trending down. And I think, yeah, 12 cents. If it gets under 12 cents, then I could see a problem. But it is still holding strong around this 14 cents resistance. What's up, Altcoin Bonanza? Shouted you out yesterday, man. Where you guys been? And Kaspa is still holding strong. So back to the article. Once we get rid of all the mercenary hash rate that is mining to sell for something else, I'd like to see we would already be at 30 cents. Mercenary miners, please go away. I don't know what you're talking about, mercenary miners there. It's kind of weird. What do you mean by mercenary hash rate? Can you explain? I meant the miners that don't see the volume Kaspa, but rather just use its profitability to make money by selling it all. Say Bitcoin are suppressing the price by applying too much sell pressure. Sure, miners are bound to sell, but if they sell too much, they make new investors weary and it's bad for themselves. It's better to have miners who believe in what to hold, at least a big percentage, than others who just want to get ROI as soon as possible and don't care about anything else. And he's right, but I do think that a lot of the miners aren't really mining to sell. They're mining to get the ROI, but then they're investing it back into Kaspa. So I don't really follow his whole mercenary miner hash rate. It'll be a tier one exchange. It just takes time as Kaspa is so complex. It takes exchanges a while to audit the tech. How was Uphold and other exchanges that are able to do it so quick? Less of an auditing process because they aren't so big. I guess so. Maybe they're willing to take more risk and not audit it thoroughly as they are not tier one. So let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think it is the tier one guys are auditing? I think it's just these guys trying to slow Kaspa down and get it at a low price. So when they do list it, they're going to make as maximum profit. So I don't know if it's the audit that's holding them back or if it's these guys just waiting for Kaspa to get it cheap and then pop up and then make a pretty good profit. Uncle Bonanza, appreciate it, brother. Loving all your videos. Great content. Keep it up. Thank you, sir. And also thank you for your Twitter posts. It's kind of a lot of the conversation we got, right? If you guys don't make Twitter, I don't have anything to talk about. So shout out to Altcoin Bonanza and look him up on Twitter. See if he had any new news today. My main man, Altcoin Bonanza. Let's see if there's anything. Nothing much today. So we'll go back to the Twitter post. 6 cents USD, 75 cents to $1 in this bull run. They've never listed CAS unless it gets, they'll never listing Kaspa unless it gets to top 10, top 20, or until someone ends up paying for that. CAS is built by geniuses of the crypto space whose work contributes to Kaspa's evolution. Kaspa is amazing, revolutionary as being the best POW protocol ever. So shout out to Antino. And yeah, you're right. Kaspa is definitely revolutionary and well before its time. So we'll see how that pops as well. But I think you're right, and we'll keep moving. You can't see that, huh? See if it's this way. Can you see that? No, we'll go back to here. Okay. This content's not available. That's weird. See if there's anything else on Reddit. When I saw these for the first time yesterday, I see bad reviews on the video, but I'd like to find out what the general consensus is on them. Yeah, I did hear someone bought one and it was DOA. So it didn't even work when it showed up. So maybe there is some truth to there's problem with the wind miner. So if you have one and it's working, let me know. Or if you had a problem with it, let us know so we can kind of keep track for the miners. I'm going to order 1 or 2 miners this coming week. See what they're saying here about the wind miner. Don't go for them. Bad hash boards upon delivery. Miners fail when boot IP. Many problems. Where'd you know this from? Listen to Voss. Yeah, I did see Voss had mentioned there was a problem. What are you talking about? The wind miner product. Wind miner K9. Go to Ant Miner. Go for Ant Miner KS3. Instead, much better miners, more stable long term, money for the value. You guys think Kaspa will hit $1 this year? Then it would not be too late to buy miners at that price. Yes, it can. I'm long on Kaspa. It could hit $2. So I was thinking that too. And this is the K9 for 10 grand. That's a lot of money for a miner that doesn't it's dead on arrival. And Voss Coin did mention that there were some problems with his and one he received. So let's go back to see what else is popping on Reddit. Members of Ethereum. Yeah, this is one I was reading earlier about Martin Hasselbeck and Ethereum talking with Kaspa about bringing the Kaspa network to the Ethereum or joining Ethereum and Kaspa. What do you guys think about Kaspa Titbot for Reddit? I don't know. I'm not going to that. Paired with 6-inch fans. DaVinci feud. I've never seen influencer FUD Kaspa the way DaVinci is. I think we talked about that yesterday as well. So back to the block DAG. Looks like the petahash went down considerably. That's weird. It was 170 couple of seconds or minutes ago. Now it's 163. Wondering what's happening to the hash rate. But we're going to look at, wow, it's still going down. That's weird. Wonder if there's something going on with the network. Yeah, it's still going down. That's weird. Let me know if you guys heard or saw anything about the current hash rate. Looks like there's a hash rate issue. It's going down to 160, 188. Hey, Black Tiger Miner, Kaspa is a new version of Satoshi. Patience is the key, guys. Look at the ladies. I told you the bull and handle worked. Let's go for 10x. Let's go, ladies. All right. Well, shout out to Kaspa. And this Tim Mew. And let's go to top addresses. Let's see what the top addresses have to say. Or what's going on in the address information. Shout out to everyone coming to the channel, making comments. I just had to stretch for a second. Okay, so we're at 317,000. 317,000. Looks like Crabs is up 0.6% in the last 24 hours. Octopus is up 0.2. Fish is up 0.2. Dolphins up 0.1. Sharks are down 0.4. And no movement with whales, humpbacks, and Aquaman. Let's look at the top 10,000 addresses. Wow, this guy added another 15 million. So see, altcoin Bonanza says could be miners getting their new ASICs and having to turn off the old miners. Maybe you might be right. We'll check that again in a second. So the new what is that? The KS5s are finally being shipped out or being mined. We'll look at that in a minute. Gate.io added 38.8 million. Mexi added 16.5. Upholds unchanged. We'll look at just the changes. Mexi lost 7.7 million. 353,000. 2.3 million. 278. 1.6 million and a million. KuCoin lost 6.5 million. Uphold 632,000. This guy lost 22 million. Interesting. KuCoin with another 1.7 million. Just kind of squeezing through here for changes. And this guy added 1.5 million. So let's see what else is going on here. See if we can go back and if there's any new news on Twitter. Other than My Lady in Turbo won almost a whole top 50 is pumping. Only Kaspa's bleeding. Let's see, where is it? Is it? Yeah. Coin ranking. So it's Coin ranking has to say. Where are we? Pepe still top gainer. Kaspa still the biggest loser. I don't even like that biggest loser thing. 14.6, 3.4 billion. Still, this is yesterday's numbers, I think. Da Vinci Jeremy dropped the price on Cast. You can't say that about Bitcoin 2.0. Okay, seriously. There's a big consensus about stop saying Kaspa is Bitcoin 2.0. Kaspa is better than Bitcoin. So it can't be 2.0 because it's better. Kaspa is in a whole separate category. So we're at 38, down 3.26, 14.6 cents, 3.35 billion market cap. Look at the charts. Ladies, please, super bullish. Okay, we'll go to the crypto bubbles. We'll go to the bubbles just for you guys. Wow, lady is up 24.4%. Nero AI is up 24.8%. See if we can add Pyron. Is Pyron even on here? Yeah, yes, this is Pyron. Is this the right Pyron? It is on here. Mariah's up 17.6. Stars back up again to 13.7. Alethea AI is up 11.3. I was into that earlier. I sold it. I might get back into it. Gala's up 33%. Dog with a hat is down 7.5%. Archblock is up 13.4. Couleur is up 19.1. This is running. Let's see if I can get to Couleur mining again. Turbo's up 0.8. Shout out to Turbo. Dodge is up 8.5. Beam's up 5.6. Rose is up 4.4. Singular net is up 7%. Flux is up 10.2. I might turn my Flux node back on. This ARC, I'm telling you guys, keep an eye out. Oh shit. Keep an eye out on this ARCham. It is up 23.9%, 41% for the week, and up 508% on the month. Let's look at the month charts real quick. Flock is up 745. Dog with the hat's up 865. Pepe's up 813. Shib's up 285. Jasmine's up 333. Fetch AI up is, damn it. Fetch AI is up 448. I know I should have jumped on that. Oh wow, I went from 50 cents to $3. Pepe still climbing. BTC is up 53%. Bonk's up 205%. Uniswap's up 124. ZK swap is up 121. So we'll look at the week. Pretty much the same, and the day. So that's the charts for today. So I hope you guys are having a happy Saturday. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's see if there's any super chats coming down the pipeline. And the interim, we'll look at the Kaspa price. 7 days, 14.4 as the low. High is 17.2. All-time high is 18.9. Down 20%. We looked at this. Shout out to the Kaspa Army. Actually, let's see if there's a Pyron. See what Pyron's actually up to. Is there a Pyron? P-I-R-Y? Let's see. Let me spell it. Pyron. Where is it? P-Y-I. Is this the right? I don't think this is the right one. P-I-Y? Okay, so we'll table that discussion. See if there's anything. Where are we? Twitter for Ethereum. See if they're talking about it. Nope. 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 New tax structure. Donk airdrop pass. No, guess not. So I guess there's not conversations about it in Twitter yet. Let's see here. Altcoin Daily. Let's see what Larry Fink's talking about.
Store.
But you know how it's made, a bunch of computers.
That there's a lot of merit to it. There's a lot of opportunity. It is a great store, and this is where you can debate. Is it a good store?
But you know how it's made, a bunch of computers figure out.
But there's
problems.
but the issue is if people believe that it can be an asset that can be cross-border. Right. And let's be clear, if you're in a country where you're fearful of your government, and maybe this is one of the reasons why China has banned it. Mm-hmm. If you're in a government where if you're in a country where you're fearful of your future, fearful of your government, or you're frightened that your government is devaluing its currency by too much deficits.
Like us.
I'm not going to go there.
Go the little elephant in the room here.
Yeah. You could say this is a great potential long-term store of value. And as I said, it's like digital gold. And I believe.
But you still can't buy a slice of pizza with it. Isn't that kind of odd that we're...
But you can't buy a price of pizza with palladium or gold.
No, but there you can do stuff with them. I can get stuff with... I mean, people use gold for stuff, right?
But you could buy and sell your Bitcoin, no different than gold. So it is very...
What is it? But gold is put in like...
Jewelry.
And you know, iPhones, I think there's in some electronics, there's
it's
gold.
More silver and nickel.
But you see what I'm saying? It's there are practical uses. Bitcoin, it's literally a ledger. Right?
It is a ledger, but it's a international ledger. It's cross-border. It's bigger than any government.
I agree with you. It would have blown up, I believe, in FTX, and it didn't after FTX.
So that was Fink talking about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin definitely is a store of value. And yeah, this is from The Wire. This is Stringer Bell saying, get the word out that we're back up and crypto is running again. So yes, I think the word's already out now. Gary Gensler on the Ethereum ETFs. Let's check this out real quick.
Spot Ethereum.
Our arch nemesis, Gary Gensler. So let's see, what is this real quick? This is TMU. Kaspa has a normal correction. Before it was 15 cents. It went from 15 cents to 9 cents. Now from 19 cents to 14, 13 cents. Many people want to wake up as millionaires tomorrow, but doesn't happen in life. You're right? This is probably one of the best comments of the day, Tim. It takes time to become a Bitcoin millionaire or crypto millionaire or a millionaire with anything. Matter of fact, people think that they're going to go to sleep with $30 worth of Kaspa and wake up a millionaire. So the first problem there is if you wake up a millionaire with $30 worth of Kaspa, everybody with more Kaspa than you is going to be millionaires. And some of these guys are going to be billionaires with millions of Kaspa. Second off, it takes time, right? The price is just not going to shoot up. It's going to take some time for that price to accumulate and go up. So I don't know what you guys thinking about it or how do you feel, but you got to be patient. Continue to hold the Kaspa. And remember, Kaspa, guys. Let's get back to the money. And shout out to Kaspa and the Caspians. And Kaspa's the Army, better yet the Navy. Shout out the Air Force and If Elon can get us to the moon, the Space Force, I think we'll be spending CASP on the moon one day, right? So let's see what Gary Gensler is talking about. The pain in our side, the thorn in my hand, the log in my eyeball.
It is, Kaylee. You had to
I
get
do
your
have to
crypto
ask
question
this
in.
question. Of course, we are now about 2 months into a world in which spot Bitcoin products exist. They have had incredible demand, more than $8 billion in inflows. Now the optimism is Ether spot ETFs are next. Do you not first have to settle the question as to whether Ether is a security or a commodity? Can you answer that first?
Well, Kaylee, again,
Why does Gary Gensler always have that weird smile on his face, right? That weird look, like he's, I don't know, growing mushrooms in the basement or uh, cooking crystal meth in the garage. Some weird smile there. But this is kind of weird because they were actually talking about Kaspa with Ethereum, and if Kaspa's going to merge or partner with Ethereum, and Ethereum has these ETFs coming out, I think that's going to boost the price of Kaspa. I think we're on the verge of a serious Kaspa bull run like we hadn't seen before. There's a lot of things that are coming together to create this bull run. So let me know what you guys think about that. Don't forget to super chat, man. Support the channel, support BTM, support Black Tiger Miner, and let's get back to Gensler. See what crime or crimes he's about to commit next.
on any one of these crypto tokens, it's about the facts and circumstances as to whether the investing public is anticipating a profit based on the efforts of others. But we do have filings in front of us. I'm not going to comment. I will say this is a highly speculative asset class. One could just look at the volatility of Bitcoin in the last few days. And look, I grew up loving roller coasters. Maybe in my adult years, I don't ride them as much, but you really should be conscious as the investing public that this is a bit of a roller coaster ride on these volatile assets. And then the question is how firm is the foundation of the, you get to the top of that hill, how's the foundation underneath it? And are there cash flows or what's the use case? For thousands of these tokens, there's about 15 or 20,000 of them. They also may be securities because the investing public is relying on the efforts of some group of entrepreneurs in the middle of these projects.
And would you consider Ether as part of that group that may be securities?
I understand you're asking the question, but again, I'm going to defer on that question.
So as usual, Gary Gensler didn't answer any questions, just led to more speculation. So I don't know what to say here. Significant that I miss. I regret waiting for it to drop to 13K. I should have went all in at 16K, but I've been DCAing from 29ish, and I finally have one. I don't know if he means one or an actual Bitcoin. That's weird. But I did want to, let's see, where's this?
Deadline coming up in May around a spot Ethereum
Play this video real quick.
ETF.
I found this while we were looking. I was watching it earlier. This is Freeman Finance, a weird name. It's time to sell. Kas. Is the hype over?
We're seeing many altcoins rocket, but not Kaspa. Kaspa has been selling off and in big red wicks. A lot of bears are selling Kaspa. A lot of bulls are trying to buy up to keep that 14-cent support. We're going to go over in this video if it's time to give up on Kaspa or if not. And if not, why we have to stick to the fundamentals and remember why we believed in this project in the first place. And that's what we're going to get into. But first, I want to welcome you all back to Freeman Finance and Crypto, where if it makes money, it makes sense. I want to encourage everyone to please pause the video and go subscribe. We've had almost 800 new subscribers within the last month. another double or triple days notification. But first, let's go over the crypto bull market and a little my sentiment on it. I had a video a couple days ago that I said that I think we would gonna have another double or triple top at 69,000 with BTC, and that is exactly what we've seen. As you can see here, we have had rejections at the all-time high multiple times. The first one was fairly big. It bought back up, but it still can't get over that $69 mark. So is that a big deal? Well, it's not a great sign short term, but I think long term, we're due for a slight correction. But what will that do to Kaspa? Kaspa's been going down as altcoins and everything else has been going up. So let's look at the Kaspa price prediction. Okay, so if we look back, let's go back a month. We're pretty much even for the month. I mean, time goes by fast, but if you're holding Kaspa right now, you think all it does is go down, even though it's technically up for the month. But if we go to the last 7 days, we went from 17 cents, we hit multiple bottoms at 14 cents. But this is my personal opinion, not financial advice. But I do think the Bulls will win and hold the 14-cent support. And I am personally going to buy some more Kaspa after this video. So I do want to show some of the big wicks before we get into why we fell in love with this.
So Kaspa is holding at the 14 cents, is what we were saying earlier, right? It's been up and down, but it's not actually going under this 14 cent. Okay, it just did one, but still within this 14 to, let me see, go to 4-hour chart. It's still actually bounced back up. So it hit the 14 and bounced back up a little bit. But this is the $12. Unless it comes down to 12 cents. Sorry, 12 cents. Unless it comes down to 12 cents, we're fine, right? It's going to stay around this 14, 15 range for probably another week, which is consolidating. So that's to be expected. Let's go back to financial Freeman Finance and Crypto. See what he says.
This project in the first place and why I hold it as the best layer one in all of crypto. Okay, Bitcoin is a great layer one store of value, but it's not great in the way that it was originally made to be because of adoption and fee prices. So if we just look over here, this is on the 1 hour time frame. You've seen some very big red wicks. I believe this one right here was 4 million Kaspa on Mexi being liquidated instantly. And it drove the price down. Like this one hit 14.6 cents and it was immediately bought back up by the bears. And so there is a struggle in this 14 to 15 cent price range to maintain that level of support. And so far it is holding. And just like double tops, triple tops for Bitcoin is bearish in the sense that it will go down, double, triple bottoms are good because it eventually means it'll go back up. Like I said, none of this is financial advice. This is my personal opinion, but it really doesn't matter to me if it goes down. If it goes down to 10 cents, that's great. I will buy more because I am a long-term investor and I believe in the project. But now let's
to Freeman, because he's right? I don't care how far it goes down. We're not going to not buy Kaspa because the price is going down. As long as it goes down, it's coming down for us to pick it up, guys. So if it goes down to 12 cents or under, looks like we're still losing volume. Had a MACD cross and the RSI is up, but it's coming down for us to pick it up. So I don't care how far it goes down, because as in the past, when it does go down, it comes back up. So stop panicking. Stop getting on Twitter crying. Stop getting on Reddit and making these weird Reddit and cryptic posts. Either you're in or you're out. And a lot of people like this Freeman guy, this guy is bullish, right? And we're going to continue to diamond hand. So if it does go down or if it comes back up or if it goes further down, I actually got in at 2 cents. So until it goes down to 2 cents, I'm golden, right? And if it does go down to 2 cents, I'm going to buy as much as I can because at some point it's going to come back up. This is not financial advice. I don't care what you think or what you think about Kaspa. This is just me telling you for entertainment purposes. It's coming down for us to pick it up. Let's get back to the video.
Let's get into why do we fall in love with it in the first place, okay? They are trying to do what Satoshi originally wanted for Bitcoin. It's been 10 years since then, 13 years since then, and there's been a lot of learnings. And Kaspa and their team have learned all of that and have improved it, okay? Kaspa is the fastest open source, decentralized, and fully scalable layer one in the world. And not only is it that and scalable, it is cheap. It's extremely cheap, unlike Bitcoin. I truly believe this will be used for forms of payment. I truly believe, in my personal opinion, Kaspa will be a top 5 crypto coin. I do. I think.
Hold up. He's saying Kaspa will be a top 5 crypto coin? Okay. I can agree with that, right? It's kind of a, oh man, where is it? Okay, so look at top 5. Top 5, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Binance, and Solana. So I don't think Solana's going anywhere. Binance might, and I don't think Tether's going anywhere. So I suspect Solana goes up. Ethereum stays where it is. Tether stays at. All right, pretty much we're going to replace Binance, just flat out, right? There's no reason to beating around the bush or giving you a lot of examples. Let me know what you think. If we think Kaspa can knock Binance out of that number 4 spot and maybe get to number 3, push Tether down to 4. Kaspa's number 3 and Solana stays at 5 or maybe moves up. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Let's get the comments going, guys. You guys are extremely quiet today. Let me know where you're from and if you're new to the channel or not. And shout out to all the Caspians. Remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. And let's get back to the money, guys.
I think it'll be right behind Ethereum and maybe even surpass it one day. I think Kaspa has the best fundamentals and they have a huge team. And this is a very young project. I wish I would have been in it one sense. I wasn't, okay? But they have a very strong team and they're yet to even have layer 2s and smart contracts, okay? But their vision is literally, they say it right here, Nakamoto like service as fast as the internet speeds allow. Okay. They want to be the silver to Bitcoin's gold. And I know I go over it a lot, but it's because I have great conviction in Kaspa. And I want my fellow Kaspa holders to not get fudded out and do not lose conviction and remember why we fell in love with this project in the first place. It is proof of work, just like Bitcoin, which is the most securest level of crypto or of blockchain technology that there is. Okay. They have an advanced form of it, which allows parallel blocks to be done. And I went into that in another video, but the point is it's faster and it truly is the silver of Bitcoin's gold. If right now Kaspa had the same market cap as Bitcoin, fully diluted would be about a $55 Kaspa. So right there you see $65,000, $55, the disparity, how it truly is the silver. And I believe it can be used for peer-to-peer payment and business payments. Some people don't agree with that, but it's a lot harder to send points.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It will be used for peer-to-peer payments, and we already have the adoption where there are several companies that are setting up adoption and several people that are looking at adopting that for peer-to-peer transactions. So let me know what you guys think if you guys are live in the chat, I haven't seen anything since Tim Mew. Somebody say something, right? Are you guys even out there? And let's get back to the video.
.0001 BTC to somebody to buy a cup of coffee when it's going to cost $30 of fees. Okay, Kaspa is not that. You can use Kaspa. The highest it'll ever get is Bitcoin, like years down the line, right? Like $1 trillion. Let's just say for like the next 10 years. Okay, so the most expensive one Kaspa could be is $55. Okay, so that is a usable amount of money for one coin that can be transferred, because if you go buy I don't know, something at the mall, clothing or something, okay, transfer 3 Kaspa, not 0.000 something, okay? And then also Kaspa's team is still getting listed on more and more exchanges, okay? If you look at Kaspa, they have their GoStag protocol, which is the best proof of work layer 1 out there, okay? So let's just look at some of the develops. Now you can swap Kas directly on Tangem Wallet. This is huge, okay? Ledger has just made it to where you can store your Kaspa on Ledger via Kas Vault, but it's not on Ledger Live, nor can you swap it, okay? They also have, there's a few more, okay? They have a Kas BTC trading pair on Qcoin, okay? There's even more down here, and this is all within just the last few weeks, okay? HTX futures, okay? So this is a futures market, but it's still ways of people to get into Kas. And we have to remember that Kaspa is not listed on any tier 1 exchanges. I would consider Qcoin a tier 2 exchange, but this is not on Binance. This is not on Coinbase. And I know I sound like a broken record sometimes, but Kaspa will do amazing, in my personal opinion, when it gets listed on these tier 1 exchanges.
So I guess that's the elephant in the room, right? We're all waiting for Kaspa to be listed on a tier 1 exchange. And I think, as who is this guy? Jesse AI says, I think it's going to be Coinbase. And I think Coinbase is going to list it soon, but we're still waiting for that to happen. So let me know, who do you think will list it and when? And somebody say something, right? I'm trying to begin to question if my comments part is even working. But let's get back to the video and let me know what you guys are thinking.
And it's just a matter of time, okay? So the reason that Kaspa has been going down, in my opinion, is because it's just a consolidation period. Look at this. In the last year, it's went from 1 cent to now it's 15 cents. That's a 15x, and people are getting flooded out. There is no reason to do that. This is a healthy correction. Look at whenever it hit 14 cents. What did it do? It came down to 9 cents, okay? So 4 cents out of 14 cents is about a 33% correction. So if you look here, we topped out at 18 cents. So a 30% correction would be about 4 cents, which would be about the 14-cent mark, which is holding right now by the bears, or by the bulls, as the bears are trying to get it under that support level, and I don't think it's going to break. We've got the support. This is a healthy consolidation, and I am packing my bags full of it. So like I said, y'all, thank you for joining Freeman Finance and Crypto. If you're not one of the 800
Foreman Crypto. So let me see if we can pull up anything else in the interim. Check the price again. Looks like there is there movement to the upside? Let's see here. Checking something else. Sorry guys. This is Pyron, and I was trying to see if there was anyone talking about that Pyron whale thing earlier. Let's see. Quarter Crawl, I think you're like the busiest person in the live, right? But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting. Been pretty quiet in the comments lately. I was trying to see if looking at this video real quick. See, I'll go ahead and throw this on here while we're waiting. I was looking at this guy earlier.
Space, absolutely.
So in the interim, we'll play this one while.
See, or I can sense that there's a lot of impatience around the price action of Kaspa. And the only way I can describe this is one of the best performing assets in the crypto space. And if it is one of the best performing assets in the crypto space, it's basically one of the best performing assets, period, for the last 2 years. And this is true for Kaspa. We're looking at a chart of Kaspa and how it has performed since it started being mined in July of 2022. And it's basically just gone up, right? What I've seen, of course, with Bitcoin hitting all-time highs recently and the optimism that has returned to the space is that there's a lot of newer individuals into the Kaspa community, people who have invested, people who are bullish on the long-term price and the long-term fundamentals of Kaspa. Now, obviously, this is wonderful. Obviously, as a project that is touting what most crypto OGs would say is one of the most pure projects in the space, a fair launched, decentralized proof of work project. That is what Kaspa is. And so it appeals to a large portion of the community that have been here for a long time, myself included. That being said, it is now at a point where it is no longer a small cap crypto. Kaspa has gone from basically unheard of to almost a $4 billion market cap. It is number 44 out of all of the cryptos in the space, which means that no matter how strong fundamentally this project is, it is no longer a micro cap. It is no longer a small project. Now, the reason that a lot of people are becoming impatient with Kaspa is because, of course, you see so many projects in the space absolutely exploding right now. But I would like to be here to remind you that all of 2022, when basically nothing was going on in the crypto space, Kaspa was one of the most amazing charts, one of the most amazing communities to follow because of just how quickly it caught fire. I was not extremely early to Kaspa. I got in early in 2023. That's when I started following the project. That's when I started buying into the movement that is Kaspa. So I wasn't one of the guys who got in right when it released, which I know some of those individuals. I know the people that exist in the community that were in right off the bat in 2022. Kudos to them. But I wasn't that early. But that being said, I've followed the chart for more than a year now. And I followed the community for more than a year. And the point that I'm going to make to all of you guys who are new to the project or who are new to Kaspa in general is you need to zoom out. You need to look at the long term, and you need to realize that regardless of what's happening in the short term, regardless of what's happening with Bitcoin, what you're buying into is a movement. It's an investment that
Quarter crawler there. So we actually did get the internet problem fixed, which is also a good thing. But like he's saying, Dancewood, who brought you to the party, and go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And as this guy is saying, the Kaspa movement is being big. So let me know when you guys bought into Kaspa and how long you've been holding. And let's go ahead and finish this video because I do got another video I want to get to real quick. Let's keep it pushing. Remember, Kaspa, and Dancewood, who brought you to the party. Remember, Kaspa's the Army, better yet, the Navy. Shout out to the Air Force and the Space Force. If Elon can get us to space, Kaspa will take over. We'll take it from there.
Is supposed to play out over years, not months, years. And the only reason there was anyone paying attention in 2022 and 2023 was because they had the mentality of, listen, we're in a bear market. This might not pop off at any time soon, but I believe in the vision. I believe in the philosophy that has brought us Kaspa. I believe in the fundamentals. And so I'm going to again, make an educated decision and buy into this project or start mining this crypto because it has a long-term potential. And literally buying and holding and sleeping well at night is the only thing I require from my crypto investments. I don't want to be in any single project that I am worried about holding long term, 6 months to a year to more. And
Yeah, shout out to Quarter Crawler, and yes, I'm everywhere. I told you guys to where's Twitter? Yeah, I told you guys to follow us on Twitter, and I have streamed straight to Twitter. So yeah, guys, I'm everywhere. You can find me on Twitter as well. Real quick, shoot to that for you. Let's see here. Go back to what is this? You said APB is up 7.4%. We did go over the numbers earlier. Up 7.4% today. Gala's up 32%. Neuro AI is up 29.7. ARC is up 25.6. My Lady's up 21.5. Kallura's up 19. Flex is up 12. Myra's up 15. Flocka's down to 10%. And Render is actually up 18.2. But let's get back to the video because I got another video I want to show you guys.
And there's been plenty of projects on this channel that have, not done well, have failed, but there have also been some that are still going strong, fundamentally developing and continuing to grow. I believe Kaspa is one of those. I believe it's something that you should be paying attention to if you're not already, and you should really be doing your due diligence on. And for those of you who are already invested in Kaspa and you're getting impatient because the price action is not as parabolic as you wish, this is not a game of playing 24-hour checking the price every 2 to 3 hours, making decisions based on what happens day over day. This is a long-term play. This thing, I believe, and you have enough people in the crypto space, you have enough people on YouTube talking to you about this, so I don't need to be here every single day touting the same shit, to be honest. This project, I think, is a top 10 project just because it is, like I said, one of the
This is going to be a top 10 project or top 5, but Kaspa is definitely a good product or a good project. And as he's saying, it's not something you got to look at every day, right? Not something you need to keep checking and understanding and watching 24 hours a day. Once you invest in it, you can pretty much get it and leave it alone and watch it accumulate, right? It's nothing you have to be on all day, every day. And like this guy says, he's not here every day, but I'm here every day. Come check us out on the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel and on Twitter now. Remember, Kaspa's the Army, better yet the Navy. Shout out to the Air Force and the Space Force. Just waiting on Elon to get us to space. But let's get back to the video.
The most pure projects in the space. Of course, there'll be people who argue that. There'll be people who tell you that's not the case. But so far, the narrative has driven this thing to 44 after being fair launched. 44 and almost a $4 billion market cap. Do I think it's slowing down? No. In terms of its growth and adoption, I think it'll continue. Is it going to be $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 overnight? No. You have to get in. You have to get some conviction in the project, guys. You got to do some research. And then Kaspa is probably going to be one of the easiest holds you will ever have in the crypto space. That's how I see it. It's one of the easiest holds in my portfolio. So all that being said, just wanted to get on here and talk to those who may be getting a little impatient as the rest of the market moves. I don't care what happens with the rest of the market, I'll be honest. I'm focused on a very few number of plays. And as long as the fundamentals stay the same, as long as they still perform in the way I believe they will, then I'm not worried about anything else in the space.
Yeah, shout out to, who is this? Dante DeFi.
I'm worried about
because
and I'm
you're
not worried.
definitely
I'm just
on the
focused
same
in on what matters, and those are my bags.
definitely on the same page as we are, and I understand he's not focused on nothing but Kaspa. And like he says, do your own research and your own due diligence. And this is Crypto Foxy. Shout out to Crypto Foxy. I do like her channel and like her videos. So if you get a chance, go ahead and check her out and subscribe. So let's go to her video real quick.
Hey everyone, how's it going today? I'm Crypto Foxy and thank you so much for stopping by my channel. So in this video, I'm going to give you a quick update, let you guys know what's going on with Kaspa. We saw a massive 4 million Kaspa sell-off. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on there. And we're going to also take a look at the overall sentiment and technical analysis behind Kaspa coin. So Kaspa could be ready to pump again, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Before we get into it, smash the like button and subscribe to my channel for more cryptocurrency news and information and all of that good stuff. So there was a tweet from Kaspa Enthusiast, says Kaspa's gearing up for another bullish run. Kaspa's getting ready after brief resistance. The 16 cents was broken again, and Kaspa has recorded a strong rise in the last few hours. So a significant sell-off in a major exchange. Mr. Kaspa Guru on X said, concern over the large dump, and he was tweeting, why do people keep selling their Kaspa in big chunks like this? So there are better ways to off-ramp if you need to sell 4 million Kaspa just dumped on Mexi. So we can see here, this is the image of the dump. It brought it all the way down to the 15-cent range. So the price did bounce off support at 14 cents, followed by an engulfing candlestick yesterday. Today, the bulls were looking to defend the crucial support level and push the price higher for a chance to break above the all-time high set in late February. So, so we can see here, this was crucial support right here in this this bar, and engulfing candlestick is right here. So that was when there was a massive sell-off. We can see how it dipped down to here, it hit support, and then right away, bulls had bought it all, well, not all of it, but a lot of it back up. And then we still have this wick up here. So that is an engulfing candlestick. So that shows the strong support that the Kaspa coin has, because, you know, during the sell-off, bulls bought back a lot of the supply. So the Kaspa community seems divided right now. Some are expressing very bullish sentiment, where others are concerned about the large sell-off. So the technical analysis suggests the price has found support in the
Yeah, I don't know why people are concerned about the price, because a lot of you guys got in at 2 cents and 5 cents and 7 cents and 8 cents. So why are you tripping now? And like the previous YouTuber said, I'm not even worried about the price now, or what guys are talking about are fudding, listening while building a new Zig rig. Oh, so you are also a who is this? Mellow Fellows, you're off to a miner? And I was thinking about the Zig rig, but I think that's a CPU rig, right? Not a GPU rig. So let me know what you are up to and how the rig turns out. And I might actually get into CPU mining. I still have the, I don't know, man. I still got the GPUs, but I hear CPU mining is profitable, but I'm actually trying to save my money and get more ASIC miners. With the price of Bitcoin going up, I might get a ASIC miner or two. So let me know what you think about that, and let's get back to the video.
bulls must defend this level to continue the upward momentum and potentially set new all-time highs. So this does happen in crypto, and this is why I always talk about taking profits responsibly.
And she's right. Definitely take profits. And Mellow Fellow crypto. I don't know. I'm kind of interested about the CPU mining you're setting up. Did you actually get the motherboard and CPU, or this is hardware you already had sitting around? And what kind of specs, like what kind of CPU and motherboard and RAM? And do you need a GPU for CPU mining? Someone said you do, but I saw what's this guy? I think it was Rabbit Miner or the Hobbyist Miner, where they did it without a GPU. So just trying to see if I need to do anything with these GPUs. Let's get back to the video.
Something that I've talked about on my channel a lot of different times. Even myself, it's very, very easy to say, I'm going to dump my bag and I made all this money. Well, yeah, that's great, but what about everybody else? You're going to scare everybody else into, offloading their tokens. And it's just not something that I do. I always have a profit taking plan. That way, if I'm there to take, if I'm there, we're obviously there to make money, right? We're in crypto to make money. That's why we're here. We're not here to, to be, what's the word, tribalists and, and be members of cults and say, I'm never selling diamond hands all the way. And I'm never, whatever. Bull. I mean, come on. We're here to make some money. But there's a way that you can do that responsibly. And, you set a profit taking plan. So say I put $500 into this crypto, it bounces up to $1,000. I 2x my money. I'm taking my initial out. I'm gonna let it ride, see what happens. If it doubles again, I'll take another 500 back out. You have those plans in place so that you're not completely dumping on the chart. Even Kaspa with its enormous market cap, you're going to dump that much money, you're going to see a big wick, a big candle like that, and it's going to drive the price down. It's just going to happen. It's inevitable. But maybe somebody was frustrated with the Kaspa price. Excuse me one moment. I'm still not 100% after my, I've been sick all week. But, maybe somebody's had enough, get tired of the sideways price action and wanted to pull out their investment. I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it. But what we can do is, decide for ourselves. If we're still bullish on Kaspa, it's a good buying opportunity. If it's something that, scares you away, then, maybe they did what they were intending to do is to scare everybody into selling off and buying in at a lower price. Who really knows?
So I do agree with her there. I think that some of this market sentiment is for buying uh Kaspa cheap, right? They're trying to force you into selling it while you can and buy it cheap or drive the price down so they can pick it up. Because, like the last two people have said, this is a long term play, and there's a lot of short term players in it right now. So I think once we flesh out the short term players, that's when the price is really going to start moving. What's up, Sugar Lump Crypto? And we're trying to rally the troops for Kaspa, trying to keep you guys focused and in the game. Remember, this is a long-term play, and it's not going anywhere, right? So don't panic, don't sell off. Continue to diamond hand and keep us in the game. Oh, thanks. You can also get the cap on the channel, the YouTube channel. And I might be doing a cap giveaway. I don't know, but I actually wanted this to be bigger. But the way that they did it, it's a embroidered cap. If you can see that, so I thought it would be like a patch or like an iron-on, but it was actually bigger than I thought it was. But let me get back to the video and take it from there. And also have this shirt on my YouTube channel as well. Let's get back to this video.
Right. So right now, Kaspa is down 11% on the 7-day. We are sitting at 7.5% down on the 1-day chart. We are still sitting at 15 cents. So it looks like things are stabilizing some, and hopefully we will see another run up for Kaspa. That's what I got for you guys in this video. I just want.
So shout out to who's this? Crypto Foxy. She got some really interesting points. And I got one more video we're gonna look at. This is Crypto Bellwether. Let's see what he's talking
Buy
about.
on blue, sell on red. This new indicator gives
And this is actually a
extremely
commercial.
accurate
So pay
trade
no attention to.
Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. Guys, this video is going to be packed full of alpha, and I'm not only going to talk about these two projects, I'm going to also talk about, like, say, XRP in the top 10 projects, but I'm going to give you a lot of alpha because we are not in the early stages of this bull run. We're getting, say, a
Okay, guys, what is this alpha everybody's talking about? Right? I have to ask, right? Everybody's saying alpha, 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 alpha. What is this alpha that everyone keeps referring to? If you know, put it in the comments and let's get back to the video.
Quarter of the way, a third of the way in. Now, yes, it's still early, but a lot of these projects have already started to run. And if you didn't stack those bags early, if you're trying to still get those, 20, 25 plus X's, well, guys, you can't do that in the top 10. And you probably can't do it with most projects that are already in the multiple $billion market cap. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about Kaspa, but basically, the alpha comes from if you did not get in on Kaspa, I might have the next Kaspa. Now, if you got in on Kaspa, well, you might want to add this as well. Now, I'm extremely
Sugar lump, I don't think it has to do with how smart you are. I think this is just a catchphrase that people are using. So I'm just trying to figure out where it came from or what it actually means, or if it's just something that they're throwing out there to get people uh more involved, kind of like AI and chat GPT. Everyone's talking about it, but not everybody knows what it actually means. So let's get back to the video and see what Uncle Red or Ray or whatever he says his name is.
bullish on Kaspa. I own Kaspa. I've made a lot of videos on Kaspa, and this is not more better or anything like that, but it's the same type of buzz and narrative that reminds me of Kaspa. They share a unique mechanism, and the best thing about this project is it's nowhere close to the market cap Kaspa already is. Now, that being said, one thing I see across social media,
In the
guys,
last
is just
24 hours,
misinformation. Anyone can start a channel. They don't have
Yeah, he's right. There's a lot of misinformation going on, and he's saying anyone can just push out any kind of crazy cast for information and run with it. But let's look at this price analysis real quick and come back to Red. And we did talk about the relationship psychic, about that Da Vinci's FUD. Let's do this video real quick and I'll come back to that and we'll talk about it.
Kaspa has exhibited significant price fluctuations, suggesting a turbulent market. Upon closer observation, the data reveals a notable downtrend, which extended to a recent low of 0.427. Emphasizing the price movement pattern, it is evident that sellers have held a dominant position, consistently pushing the price lower. Buyers have attempted to intervene, creating minor rebounds, particularly near the $15 level. However, the overpowering selling pressure has weighed heavily on the cryptocurrency, leading to successive lower highs. Considering this data trend, a cautious approach would be advisable for investors. Short-term trades might consider entry points close to current support levels, particularly around 14.50. On the flip side, traders should set their profit-taking targets conservatively, anticipating potential resistance around 10.15, which may require validation from additional indicators before considering further upward potential.
Okay, I guess I need to vet the videos before I play them because I actually thought there was some price information in there and it's not. And we'll get back to crypto bellwether, but real quick, see where's the Twitter page? Actually, it's on Reddit. Answer the question from the relationship psychic. And for the Da Vinci FUD, I think you're right. I think from what everybody's saying, this was also an article about Ethereum teaming up with Kaspa. I was trying to see if it was on here, but a lot of people think that he's just saying something out the side of his neck to get the price. Yeah, here we go. To get the price to go down so he can buy it up, right? There's a lot of inside sentiment No one's worried about this. It's a 4 billion project. Do you think one man can extinguish that? No. People saying unfollow him. He's trying to stack his own bags. 9 out of 10 people FUD for lower prices. So keep that in mind as well, too, guys. Remember, Kaspa. Let's get back to the money. Kaspa is the Army, better yet, the Navy and the Air Force. And I keep saying if Elon can get us to space, I think Kaspa is going to take over the Space Force as well. Just a matter of time, as the previous 2 videos says. Just continue to hold. Oh yes, relationship psychic. He didn't answer the question because that's some of the comments here. He's keeping Kaspa the next Bitcoin if you hold for 12 years. There's a comment here somewhere. Yeah. His ego was bruised by Shy, and now he's having a temper tantrum. Got lucky with Bitcoin. He thinks he's some kind of OG know-it-all. Dude just got laid out. And shout out to Tech X. Definitely let's go Kaspa. And don't forget to super chat. There's a super chat. Is the button even working? Is it working? Are you guys there? Let me get back to this video from Uncle Ray, and let me know if you guys are hitting us up on the super chat and if you're logged in from Twitter or YouTube.
Have to have a financial background. They can say they do their research or whatever, but research based on what knowledge? Guys, it's not about tech, right? This is not a utility bull run. And anyone that tells you it is highly misinformed. Now, we will have that utility bull run. And quite frankly, it'll be easier to pick the winners and losers when we have something to measure, like you do when you measure a quality stock to another one. But we're not there yet. Maybe it's the next bull run or the one after that. If you don't believe that, why do we have 7 meme coins in the top 100? Guys, it's just about making money. That's why I'm here. Anyway, this is going to be a lot of alpha because we're going to talk about more than just Kaspa.
What is this alpha everyone is talking about? I'm just confused with that. And he's right? I'm just here for the money, right? I'm not gonna lie to you or kind of convince you otherwise. I do like the project, and I think this is one of the best projects in crypto. I'm a big supporter of Kaspa and the whole crypto ecosystem, and Kaspa being able to be used as a peer-to-peer transaction process. And see what Uncle Ray's talking about.
We're going to talk about the top 10 type projects and market cap, and I think you'll get a lot of information that you can use from this video. So go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. And let's get started. Now, I've done countless videos on Kaspa. Not countless, but probably 10. And I'll leave a link to some of my best ones at the end of this video if you're not up to date with how unique and special Kaspa is. Now, one thing I love about Kaspa is its community. Now, when you look at the chart for Kaspa, it's steady. So, and again, this video is not really about Kaspa, but it's steady. There's no big pullbacks. It goes up, people take some profits, it go up, people take some profits. And I don't expect that to change until it gets to, say, at least $1. It still has a lot of room to run. Now, if I wasn't in Kaspa, I might look to buy on this slight pullback, maybe dollar cost average in. It'd be a good time. Now, I ran this project by Claude, and I was going to share all the information, but Claude was bringing me so much stuff. It's like talking to a developer.
Who is Claude? Is anybody using Claude AI or any other AI tool? I think this might be something we need to look in. And he's right. As a community, the Kaspa community is strong and continues to hold the fort down because the community continues to hold the crypto. So let's diamond hand it and let's get back to the money. Let's see what Uncle Ray's talking about.
It's over my head. And guys, all I'm looking for are primarily low to mid market caps of great projects that have a good narrative, a good social buzz, and haven't experienced a bull run. That's what I'm looking for. Now, the mechanism or whatever you want to call it that they share that makes them both unique, which they're both unique in other ways, is what they call the UTXO model. And they both share that. And I was, like I said, I was going to share all the things that Claude said, but look, both of these projects are very unique and they both have a great social buzz. And this project reminds me of Kaspa, say 6, 7, well, probably even a year ago. Now, the UTXO model is very unique. And now there is a collaboration around the world to promote that type model. Now, one thing that I know for sure is that this alliance is promoting this project called Altheum, ALF, ALPH, and it's a member of that alliance. Now, I couldn't verify that Kaspa is. That is neither here nor there, but anytime you have an alliance like the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance pushing Ethereum, it really helps your cause. Now, Alpha, and I meant to punch up the website and I left it off. Go to the website, Google it, surf around, look at the website. There's a lot of good information. I apologize for not having that on there. But when you look at the chart, guys, it looks like Kaspa's chart. But the big difference and why I'm
Yeah, guys, I actually am mining a lithium, so I'm also bullish on a lithium as well. And he's right; it is part of that UTXO project. And looking at the price now to see uh, what it's doing, looks like it is down 1.5%, but has been pushing up lately. So let's get back to Uncle Ray. See what Uncle Ray's talking about.
excited about this project is it only has 200 million market cap. Now, if you were lucky enough to buy Kaspa when it was at 200 million, you understand what I'm talking about. And I can promise you when Kaspa was at 200 million, not a lot of people were really promoting it. Some were, but because the market cap was so low and it was in the bear market, no one really got on board. So this to me is almost exactly like watching Kaspa repeat itself. Now again, this is not financial advice. Some people would say this is a degen play. Do with this information as you will. But again, guys, market cap matters. I would care to say that hype and market cap is really the only thing that matters if you want to get big gains in crypto for this bull run. It all matters in the end. All right, but check this out, guys. Now, if you're not familiar with market cap of Go There, it gives you real probability of what a project can really do, right? If you're comparing a layer one, you can compare it to where the layer ones before it have went, right? So check this out. If you compare ALF to Kaspa, right? So if ALF just gets to where Kaspa is right now, that's a 15, almost 16x. Now, if it goes to where Kaspa has already been, which remember, hasn't experienced a bull run, that's over an 18x. Check this out, guys. Now, if you compare Kaspa to XRP, right? And I believe That is a realistic goal. If you compare Kaspa getting to where XRP is now, I think that's very, very conservative. That's
Yeah, I think that's a good point too, but I wouldn't compare Casper to XRP because XRP's been sitting at 60 cents for almost 3 months. So just put that one out of the realm of possibilities. But market cap wise, yes, but project wise, no. With the government scrutiny in Gensler and the anti XRP campaign, do not compare Caspa to XRP. But Uncle Ray's on the right thing, so let's get back to it. Let's get some comments going. Are you guys out there? Let me know something. How's the build going, mellow fellow? And did you guys make it back from the wedding? And Sugar Lump, what are you guys up to? Talk to your boy. Holla at me.
a solid 10x, right? Now, if somehow Kaspa can get to where XRP went to in 2017 and 18, which it literally was like December of 2017, I believe, like, and just a couple of days into 2018 is when XRP hit its all-time high. That'd be a 37x. So I believe Kaspa still has a lot of room to run. But check this out, guys. If this doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. But if you compare, and bear with me, my computer's a little slow. If you compare ALF to where XRP is right now, just right now, it's 150x. Now, if you say, well, why can't ALF get to where XRP went to in 2017 when it was just all hype and speculation? Well, that is 580x. Now, I personally do not believe ALF is going to get to a 580x from here. I just don't. There's too much competition. And I know that the market cap of the entire crypto market's going to probably get to maybe 7.5 trillion, but there is literally 100,000 tokens. Literally, guys, they're bringing like 1,000 tokens onto the market every single day. And in 2021, I think there was only like 20,000 tops. But anyway, I really believe.
Okay, so we figured out what he meant by alpha. He's actually talking about the Aletheum project. And yes, I am also taking profits on meme coins. I'm doing a lot of meme coin investing. And if you know by the crypto chart, we're charting a lot of meme coins. My Lady meme coin, Pepe's down 7%. Where are we? Thought we had more on here. Turbo. I'm big on Turbo, right? I'm been making Turbo videos. I might make another Turbo video today. Bonks down 4%. Let me see. I thought it was here. Yeah, in the meme coin business, meme coins are definitely where it's at right now. We'll look at the last 24 hours. I invested in Dodge big previously, but I'm getting out of Dodge business. I might check out this Salamo. Where is it? Dang, it was just up here. Let me see. Maybe we can sort by percent. Yeah. So Deutsch, Dodge, whatever you want to call it. Sheba is down a little bit today. Peppy, Flocky, Dog with a Hat is a big one. Bonk's pretty big. Meme coin, meme. That's weird. I might actually make my own meme coin. The BTM meme coin. So be on the lookout for that if I can figure out how to do it. I definitely might throw it out there just to see. So we'll sort by 24 hours. Let's see what's jumping. I don't know what this is. Soho Tor. Elmo. Honk. You guys just come up with anything. King. And I actually did invest in AI Doge. I want to check that out. I haven't been able to get back into I think it was, what was that? What was that? Shit. MetaMask. But I haven't been able to get back into that MetaMask wallet. This Harry Potter Obama Sonic is weird, but it's up to 20 cents. What in the? That's weird. Shut the front door. Pokey, My Lady Meme Coin was just up for a while. It's kind of leveling out now. And I am into some Dex coins. I was looking at this Marvin Dex coin. Let me see, throw this on here, which was actually making pretty good gains until recently. I bought it back here. So I went all the way up here. I think I made about, I don't know, $500-600 on it. And then started to dip. And I pulled that out and put it in Solana. I'll keep it there for a while. When Solana goes up, I'm going to push it back into Kaspa when Kaspa actually bottoms out, or when it gets to whatever it is currently. I want a position in Miro. I have a gut feeling I should. So let's go back to that. You said Miro? Where is it? I did have it's on here because I was looking at it too. I don't know. It's been a lot of up and down with Miro. I'm up and running 17 kilohash. Hope it holds. What coin are you mining there? Mellow Fellow Crypto? Oh yeah, it says this one, right? And it's actually down, so you might be coming into some profit if you can get some coins picked up today before the price goes back up. So you might have hit it at a good time. And I'm trying to see. I thought I had Miro on here. What the shit? Yeah. Is that on here? Guess not. Imagine that. Let's see what Miro's doing. Where is it? And also might get back into this Lithium AI, which was big, and then I don't know, the development team kind of fell apart and everybody disappeared. But it appears that these guys are back on the Myron. So it's down. So it actually is something good to buy. Do I think Kaspa will go under 14.5 cents? I hope not. But if it does go down, it would be good for us to pick it up. Currently, it is at 14. What is this? 14.5. And this is target. If it gets down to here, just 12 cents, I'm buying everything I can get my hands on. If it gets to 12 cents or under, that's when I'm start buying up all I can. If it goes under 12 cents, but I think it's going to stay consolidating around this 14 cents because I think it's been here since February. So I don't think it's going to go under 14 cents. But I do think if it comes down to 12 cents, I'm definitely scooping up as much as I can. Let's get back to this video. Finish this guy out first.
That both Kaspa and Alf are going to end up in about the same place. And that puts Alf at 150x. It's only 200 million market cap. So it gets half that. That's a 75x. So it gets a quarter of that. Think about it, guys. That's about a 25, 30x. That is very, very conservative in my opinion. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Now, I do one-on-one coaching. If you need some help building out your portfolio or learning how to dollar cost average out or understanding tokenomics or understanding
If you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Be sure to hit that like button, drop me a comment, and click the subscribe button down below so more people can benefit from the knowledge we're sharing in this video. In today's video, I will be discussing something called a power law. And this power law supposedly can predict Kaspa and Bitcoin's price. And I know we don't talk about.
Okay, I actually showed this video earlier. I completely forgot. I thought this was something pretty good, but I guess we'll see if we can find another price prediction video. But I did show this one earlier. So in the interim, see what's going on. Look at the bubbles while we're checking. Trying to get one recent. Let's see. 3 weeks ago. 100x. I'm not looking for that. Seen this one. Oh, wow. Speaking of the devil. I guess this is for you, Sugar Lump.
इस वीडियो में हम बात कर लेते हैं माइरो क्रिप्टो का। माइरो कॉइन जो है वो सोलाना बेस्ड कॉइन है और ये फंडामेंटली स्ट्रॉन्ग प्रोजेक्ट है। अभी हम देख लेते हैं इसमें कहाँ कहाँ कैसा कैसा मूव हमें मिल सकता है। फर्स्ट 1 डे टाइम फ्रेम जब से लिस्टिंग हुई है तब से ऑल टाइम हाई पे चल रहा है। 4 आवर टाइम फ्रेम में जैसा कि आप देख रहे हैं अपने हाई को ये मेंटेन नहीं कर पाया और एक निगेटिव कैंडल के साथ में हमें डाउन
Is the name, then bullet through the chain. 20 for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Is the name, then bullet through the chain. 20 for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Is the name, then bullet through the chain. 20 for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Is the name, then bullet through the chain. 20 for the watch, Prezi plain Jane.
I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
I'm not really big on technical analysis, but this one is pretty good. If you're saying it gets down to 13.5 cents and then takes off to 19 cents, I'm with that. So let me know what you think. And I don't want to hold you guys up. I'm just going to finish this video. I'm going to log out. You guys have a good weekend and get back to your day. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow, but I just did a long video today to catch back up. I had some technical issues and I wanted to make sure I got those issues worked out, which I did. So thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for joining the live. Thanks for listening. Hope your project goes well, Mellow Fellow. Good time at the wedding. Who is this? Quarter Crawler. And thanks for the shout out, Sugar Lump. And outside of that, I guess that's it, guys. Have a good weekend and check me out Monday at 11:15, give or take. All right. Remember, Kaspa, Kaspa, Kaspa. Peace out. And let's get back to the money. And don't forget, Kaspa's the Army, better yet the Navy. Shout out the Air Force. And Elon, come on so we can use Kaspa in the Space Force. And as always, dance with who brought you to the party, guys. So this is BTM signing out. Until we meet again.